All my life, people were thinking I was dumb, not adapted to the situation. And now I realize that it's just the system that wasn't adapted to myself. It's a virus, when you start to travel, you just want more and more and more and more. I knew that e-commerce was big stuff, but at this point, I just realized that it was possible to earn a lot of money online with e-commerce.
Marketing is one side, sales is the other one.
Marketing is selling. For me, it's the same.
If you're a solopreneur, the notion of having a sales funnel doesn't exist.
There is two ways to scale for me. There is the horizontal way, and 90% of the entrepreneurs will fail.
Alright, hey guys, welcome to a new episode of the Scale Up Show. This time with Maxime le Morillon, welcome.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here right now.
So, just a quick intro. Maxime is the co-founder of the Agence French Touch.
Yeah.
Am I saying it the right way?
Yeah, Agence French Touch, yeah.
Agence French Touch, Frenchy enough, which is a digital marketing and growth hacking agency with a French and Canadian identity. We can talk about that in a moment. This guy used to be a sales guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sales guy. 300K followers on social networks, about 1,000 videos online, 180 trainings created, and a definition of scaling that's pretty interesting. We've been talking about that quite a lot. And so that gives us some things to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. So it's a large subject, but we will try to be give not too much details, but yeah, it's a large subject, and we'll go through in this podcast. I guess you have some question for me. So
yeah. So let's start from the guy. Where are you coming from? So. Is it Australia, Canada, or is it French?
No, I'm French, but I lived in Brittany for a long time, so west part of France. I grew up in middle class family. I just started my studies in sales first. I was really bad in math. I always wanted to be a veterinary. I wanted to be like healing dogs and cats and stuff, but the thing is the destiny was in the sales, so I just jump on this kind of studies, and I get a degree like 2 years after the bachelor, BTS. NRC in France is like negotiation and with customers and stuff, but I wasn't for I just did it for my mom because she pushed me to get this degree, but I was really bad at focusing when I was in class. And
but still, the interesting point is that back in France, for those who don't know about it, you have the general kind of pipeline, right?
Yeah.
Where people just go when they don't really have an idea and they just go the general way. And then there is the technical side, which is you're not doing the general one, but you're going to do something specific about sales, something specific about technology, something specific like that. And usually, and that's pretty stupid if you ask my opinion, but people tend to think that the general way is better than the technical way. But what you're saying is when you actually start from the technical side of selling, you end up learning things that the other ones don't learn, and you end up where you are.
Yeah, definitely. It's it was after I think I wasn't made to be in class. I think there is different intelligence and different way to learn, and for me as a person, I know now I have like ADHD. So for example, in class, I have so many warning, and people like teachers saying like Maxime is just watching flies in the air and not focusing on the course. He's talking to people. He's chatting all the time. But the thing is, when I started to know how I had this, I was like, okay, If a couple of years back they knew this kind of, it's not a disease but it's disorder happened to me,
The attention one.
like yeah, and giving, for example, I wasn't able to manage my time when I was doing like exams or stuff like this, so I was just rushing all the time. 30 minutes I was rushing because for many hours many hours of the before I couldn't really manage my time and I was always finishing at the end, giving my copy like this because for many years I didn't know why I had that, why I was like this, and the thing is now for me is a power. It's like these things that I'm different than other people because I think differently and I operate differently, and that's why I think I'm now here because of it. But since then, when you are in class and when you are at school, people normalize. Everybody is going through the same system, and everyone is the same way to learn, and everyone's got the same topics to learn at first. But the thing is, we have different intelligence. I always say that there is it's not a saying, but it's a kind of, there is a fish, there is a monkey, there is a elephant, there is a dog, there is a bird, and the exam is climb at the top of the tree. The cat is gonna go up easily. The fish is gonna be in his tank and he will be like, what the fuck he's asking me? And the elephant will be just stuck on the bottom because he's too heavy. The bird will fly like easy and will be like, hey, you are stuck on the bottom. You are silly. And all my life, lot of time, people were thinking I was dumb, not dumb, but it's not dumb. It's more like
not adapted
to the situation. And now I realize that it's just the system that wasn't adapted to myself.
All right, so that's about you and Canada.
I just wanted a short resume of what I did after my studies. Is just I wasn't meant to be in a classroom, so I just started to travel. So I went to Australia for 2 years. Then after I went to Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, all the Asian countries. I went to New Zealand for a year, 3 years in Canada. So I just kept traveling all around the world to see different culture. And at the same time, I was just getting small jobs without responsibility, and I get bored of it. So I started to start online business because of these numbers of little jobs that I did. I was cleaning cars. I was doing piloting boats. I was doing picking grapes in the field. I was doing so many little jobs like this. For example, I was as well cleaning in factories, like cleaning during the night, like 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning, cleaning. It was like small jobs. I don't say that there is bad jobs because you need someone at every level, and some people will be happy with it. For me, I was like, I know that I can do better. I know I'm meant to be in a better place and make sure that I have a better career.
Something that belongs to you.
Yeah, exactly. And something I like to do, because you work pretty much all your life, and if you are doing something that you don't like, it's just it's just a nightmare,
So that got you to travel, and the traveling got you to new ideas?
Exactly. Make me grow, because when I was younger, I was really materialistic. I wanted a beautiful house, a beautiful car, a beautiful wife, a beautiful baby, a dog, buy a boat and everything, and all was materialistic. After I start to travel, I was just, I don't care. I want to get more, share more with people, get more links with the people, get the culture of the countries, and try to, because the fact that I was able to speak English, I could understand a lot of people, and so I met so many people from different countries with different thinking, different ways to approach different things, and that's opened my mind. And the fact I'm curious, I wanted to see more and know more. So yeah, I just it's a virus, when you start to travel, you just want more and more and more and more.
What was your favorite destination?
It's a hard choice. Australia was definitely one of the best moment of my life. New Zealand was amazing as well, but I will say no, Australia for me. The fact there is so many different landscapes, and it's like really wild. I love the hot weather as well, so it was like I lived in Perth for more than a year, and it was just amazing. Like white sand beach with it was just amazing. I love to snorkeling, so I was spearfishing as well. So it's there is some sharks there, so you have to be careful. But yeah, it's part of the country, so you take it.
So how did that school story, getting you to traveling, getting you to new experiences, gets you into the business of marketing and digital marketing? That's
a really great question. I was in New Zealand. I was seller. I was selling barbecues. I was selling jacuzzi and fires. And it was he was really the best boss I had. Richard, if you see this, you are amazing.
Richard, if you see this, you are amazing.
Yeah, I was a French guy coming to New Zealand. He had a new big store just opening, and so he was hiring new staff, and he put me above others that were speaking well English, and so because it's a job that it takes you need to be good at and make some sales, And so I start to be just learning how to sell a barbecue, sell in English, because I was okay at this time. I was okay. I could speak well, not very well, but well, and that was a challenge for me, Start to sell in English. I was able to sell in French. I was pretty good at it. But the thing is, know your product, start to know the needs of your clients, start to point it and make sure that you go through the sales. And what I'm good at as well is when you sell, you need as well to have the add-ons like upgrades and stuff that goes with the product to make sure exactly the whole process of selling. So so I went at the best school with Richard. So I start to know that it was possible as well to sell online because he had a shop. He had a Facebook page of barbecue, 50,000 people crazy on barbecues. And it's huge in New Zealand. It was in Wellington. It was huge because he was organizing as well events of people doing barbecues and contests. And so I started to manage a bit the Facebook page with the Shopify. And at some point, he put a link on his page of his Shopify saying that he's got a sales on barbecues and smokers. And went crazy, like he sell like crazy for the whole night. We were booking orders and orders and orders, and I was like, "What? That's crazy." He is able to sell a lot of barbecues just online, and nobody came to the store. I knew that e-commerce was big stuff, but I at this point I just realized that it was possible to earn a lot of money online with e-commerce. So I start to teach myself, start a Shopify myself. I start to see a bit there and there, how to create and make sure that you have the best Shopify to convert, But the thing is, I was not good at marketing, like digital marketing, it's very important, because when you start, you think that if you put a website and you will get clients on the door waiting for you on your website the day you upload everything. That's what I was thinking at first, but that's not true.
Yeah, it's the idea that if you build it, they will come, but they can't come unless blah blah blah. So just let me interrupt you for a second.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead.
Just to come back to what you said. So you started from sales, but then you switched to marketing. And what you do now is growth hacking.
Exactly.
So 3 different words. And what I'm interested in is what's the difference between the 3 of them. One point being that there is now a trend saying that, it used to be a question of you have the marketing team on one side and they're going to do the radio and everything, the TV, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the sales team that's there to close. Is that still the case? Can you still say that marketing is one side, sales is the other one? Or is it that sales and marketing are the 2 sides of the same coin, and technically when you do the marketing, you're already doing the pre-sales, so it's kind of same? Yeah,
for me, marketing is selling. For me, it's the same. It's like you market your product to sell it, And in the always, I think that it was marketing. Then people come to for example, you are doing an advertise. You advertise on a daily journal. It's gonna be like 1,000 of people that will see it, and like few of them will come to the store, and you will have the sales team that will close, and the marketing team and the sales close are different. You can separate them, but nowadays I think the marketing and sales is combined, and they need to be like really close related to have this synergy to make sure that there is the conversion rate, a good conversion rate. So I would say, and growth hacking is as well another word to increase the growth of the company by doing, like I like to say, guerrilla marketing. It's like little actions that are usually we don't use any money to get leads. For me is the kind of growth hacking, but affiliate marketing, for example, for me is the best growth hacking. Affiliate marketing.
In what sense?
But because it's a kind of hack. You have people that will promote your product for you without any cost on your side, because it's gonna be people that will just go and say, oh, this product is amazing, you should try it. For me, is a growth hack. Like the funnels as well. The funnels. When you create your sales funnels, that's a growth hacking as well.
Can you explain the concept of funnel? Because it's I find that it's a concept that's very logical and basics for people who do a lot of digital. But if you're solopreneur, you're doing your thing, you're selling your time, you're selling your expertise, you have clients, you're not selling things online, the notion of having a sales funnel doesn't exist. How do you explain it into easy words that people can start using right now to say, okay, shit, I never saw things like that. I could use that with my business today, even if I'm not online. Okay,
I'm gonna try, because I'm not the best at giving simple example, because I always put details that it's not useful. I mean, it's not useful. It's more like giving too much details. But a funnel for me, sales funnels, is like, so you have the acquisition part, like the people that you will reach on social media, with pay ads, with different ways to attract new potential customers, that you will direct them through your funnel. So funnels, there is different levels in your funnel. The first step is gonna be the landing, so the squeeze page, we say it, like in a funnel on system.io, for example. It's gonna be your squeeze page. Is where you're gonna just get the email or the telephone number. So you get the lead, you get it, and when you get it, it's yours, you know. It's super important to do that. So when you will be able to reach out your potential customer again, you won't have to pay again or to do any effort again, you know, because it will be in your database, it will be in your email newsletter.
So it's a lead acquisition.
Exactly.
And once you have the lead, you can use the lead in a way that you decide without looking for that lead again. It's in the database.
Exactly. It's you own it now. When you get it, you own it. So you can then you can, for example, just send an email and say, okay, I have a YouTube channel, you should have a look. So you can direct them whatever you want. And then you have an offer. I've got a little bit of storytelling about yourself. And so I create this program because of this. So you should check on it and click on it. And when they click, they come to your offer, and then you can sell. So yeah, so squeeze page where you get the lead. Then after you have the sales page is where your offer is. Then after it's gonna be your like confirmation order, or your where the people can pay. Then after the people will be transformed into a customer. So it's prospect. Then when they buy it, it's customer. And then after you have upsells to make sure that you will be able to have a better LTV. So people will be spending more money. So if you have, for example, a product that it's a low ticket product, and at the end the average cost, the average spend, it's way more than.
And then you can increase progressively.
Exactly. I try to be as like not giving too much detail, but it's not complicated to think as you see it like this. You have your customer coming from the beginning, prospect coming from the beginning, and then in the process he become a customer.
So you qualify them progressively until they decide to take their credit card out and pay. What are the different basics you use? So one of the basics is knowing what a funnel is, but you talk a lot about the persona, how profitable, not profitable, how bankable, how whether that persona has money to spend or not.
Yeah.
What are those basics that you want to keep in mind when you start building a funnel?
Yeah, you need is the niche. Like if you choose the niche, you need an educated niche. You need a solvable niche. The people that have money and can spend. Then, for me, you know, the most important thing into a funnel is the offer. The offer, if the offer is sexy, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell. The storytelling behind it, combined with the offer, the sexiness of your offer, it's gonna make it, and it's gonna, it's pretty much all. For me, the offer is the most important things. After there is many variables. It's definitely if you have an offer but is not well accommodated, there is not optimized. You're gonna sell, but you're gonna sell way less than if everything is just sharp and you have like a A/B test and everything, you know. But yeah. If you have like a sales funnel that is just simple, with a good offer, with the right message to your audience, and you solve a problem, that's the key.
So a niche, a problem to solve, someone who has that problem in the first place, because if the problem is just in your head and
definitely
it's not a problem. has to be someone who can pay for it, has to be storytelling that converts, has to be, so that's the typical point of the difference between whatever is technical and boring and what is exciting, emotional, what you described as sexy, that's going to make people click. That's those basics that you work with on a daily basis and that you turn into the growth hacking.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I do. Yeah, it's taking, like creating an offer that is irresistible, that people can't say no to. That's what.
All right. And when you talk about scaling, what do you mean by scaling? What's your definition of it?
So scaling is it's about there is two ways to scale for me. There is the horizontal way and the vertical way. So horizontal way, for example, in digital marketing, we start just with growth hacking, the growth hacking niche, and then we start to expand to social media, different social media. We were just only on Facebook at the beginning. Then we went on TikTok, we went on Reddit, we went on Discord, we went on all other social media. So for me, it's a kind of horizontal scaling to make sure that we are making more money to attract different customers that have different needs. The people are not all on Facebook. They are on Instagram. They are on TikToks. They are on YouTube. And thereafter scaling vertically is gonna be like more about improving the business in a different way. It's gonna be another niche in the same. For example, selling online courses, but in another niche. For example, I don't know. It could be. Like real estate, it could be like cryptocurrency or whatever other, but the same process, the same way to attract people, different message because it's a different niche, but at the same time it's going to be the same work. I mean,
so it means that if we go back, sales, marketing. The sales is the act of selling. Marketing is the storytelling you put around making sure the thing is getting sold. So you consider them as being the same, pretty much. But then you use the growth hacking system to say, how can we find lots of free stuff that we're going to compile and get together so that we make that sale a lot more easy, right?
Yeah.
So the growth hacking makes it irresistible. And then you have the scaling, which is we're going to think in terms of vertical, as in one topic is going to be crypto, another one is going to be entrepreneurship, building a business, another one is going to be mindset, whatever. And then that's vertical. And then the horizontal is once we have that, we look for variations in where we're going to communicate about that.
Okay.
Does that summarize it?
Yeah. Growth hacking for me is more about getting more sales, more leads. It's more the way to find, for example, just a growth hack that we implement not long time ago. We use there is a platform. It's a kind of marketplace. And we use the fact that there is a lot of people going into this marketplace to take advantage of it. There is plenty of people that are our potential customers in this marketplace, and we redirect the flow of potential customer to our offers and to our lead magnets, and to get more leads. And then, for example, just this technique, 1,000 lead per month. And then when you implement a lot of growth hacking like this, maybe one is gonna be less powerful than that one. It's gonna be just a 50 leads per month. But the thing is, if you add all these different techniques and growth hacking, it's gonna make you
it's a multiplier.
Yeah, it's gonna be like growing fast, you know.
So this is the way you're doing it with your way of doing things for your own business. When you look at the businesses around and you try to analyze them, what are the things you're looking for to say this business is scalable?
I will say I will look for the problem that they solve and the potential of their audience. The thing is, it's more competition when the problem is big and a lot of people have this. For me, when you start a business, it's always easier. And I will say that if you start a business, start to niche yourself. Then after you expand, because if you start and you are solving a problem that a lot of people have, and it's gonna be a competition with the big ones. For example, just an example to understand. For example, you are doing a program for people to lose weight. You're gonna try to niche yourself, just taking the men that are between 30 and 40 years old, that are dads, and they, just focus on one. And then after, when you start to have a result in this niche, you start to do couples, you start to do women. You are in France, you are doing well, you start to implement it in English, and you start to go on the international market. Because the fact that you started with a niche, you will have to talk to one persona and not a lot. And it will be way easier to focus yourself.
And then you can just duplicate with someone that's slightly different.
Yeah.
But the basic is going to be the same, and you can just reproduce the effort.
And have horizontal scaling.
Okay. We didn't talk about him, but you're not doing this alone. You have a partner in crime, let's say.
Yeah.
Do you want to say a word about him?
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting for you guys because so I am a person that is really creative. I'm really into doing some crazy stuff. And my partner, Roman, is more focused on the short result. I'm more on the long-term vision. I'm a visionary. He is more tomorrow, how we gonna make money? No, today, how we gonna make money, I want to put some money in my plate so I can eat tonight, So, and I'm not like this. I'm more long-term, so how we gonna make money in 4 years. But the thing is, when you start a business, you have to be like Roman. You have to be like Roman because 90% of the entrepreneurs will fail because they're gonna focus themselves on the product and not on the sales, So Roman helps me a lot at the beginning to process the fact that we need to put some strategy to make money right away. But then after, I was helping for the scaling because I had this vision of creating a team or for example, Roman, he didn't wanted to control everything. We were doing video YouTube, but we were doing the thumbnails, we were doing the editing and stuff. So we were doing everything. But the thing is, people that can do a better job at it, and you pay less than your own time. And I learned this from a guy that say, let's say, how much you pay per hour with your job? And I start there, okay, I'm gonna look at it. Yeah, I'm more like 150 per hour at this time. But that's not the question. If you spend an hour to edit a video and you can pay $15 per hour for a video editor, he's gonna spend an hour or two. If it's 30, you still win 100. If you are $100, it's $70 in your pocket. Is that right? And I was, yes, you are right. So I started to implement what he said. He said, okay, now you have to find a guy that will edit, a guy that will create thumbnails, a guy that will do your customer service, for example, as well. Was so consuming a lot, and that helped us a lot. And then we start to scale by doing all these little stuffs.
So that's actually interesting because it gets me to the next question I had in mind. And I was going to ask the question with an investment perspective, but the one you're taking is more like functional. What is the role of the team? Investors invest in companies where there is a team, because if there is a team, there is an asset. And just because the founder has an accident doesn't mean the company dies, right?
Yeah.
What's your perspective on the team? How do you see the team being important in a scalable business?
Oh yeah, for me it's the most important thing. I always, alone. At the beginning, I was thinking like be alone. It was the best things. We were not a lot, and we were just two and trying to manage everything. But the thing is, when you have a team, you can just take care of the big picture and just make sure that you drive your company to the goals that you have, and in the process you have your team that is driven by your vision, and they are like just building with you. For me, it's really
Something you can't do without?
yeah, you can't do without. For me, like I was watching Undercover Billionaire.
Undercover Billionaire.
It's an American Discover channel, something like this, and it was Grant Cardone, and the other one I don't remember the name, but the first things they do is meet people, find good connection in their towns, and then after create a team around to create their project. Straight, finding the people that got skills, the skills that you need that you don't have. It's really important for me. I have a gift, I think, that I can read people. I can really read people. Like for an instant, I can tell that these people will be good for the company or not good. In few seconds, I will tell that these people will be good for me in my personal life or not. And that's I think is really important that there is a feeling as well, but the thing, the competence, the skills as well are very important, because if you ask someone to do some things and they are not able to do it, but sometimes I give the chance to some people that they are good, not the best, but they've got this this fire in them, the motivation. They want to succeed. They want to succeed in this position.
So you're not too sure how you're gonna do it, but the feeling is you can do it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they will do it. I've got this feeling, and so yeah, there is a couple of people that turn to be A players, like crazy A players, and now it's just they are part of my team, and they just thrive, and they are really good. Really.
So actually that thing about the A player thing is a question of mindset. Usually there is the skills, but there is the mindset. One of the things we quite like to talk about in the Scale Up show is, okay, you can scale a business, fair, but can you scale a business without scaling your mindset? Can you push your business to the next step without working on yourself? Your self-development, the way you think, the way you act, the way you behave with people, can you do it?
No, definitely not. For me, I had to, like I say, that the Maxime from 7 years ago when I started, he was built that way, but he had to, I will say, reprogram in itself, like a couple of times, like maybe I will say 3 or 4 times since then. So I had so much it's definitely a mindset. You need to grow, you need to develop yourself, you need to know who you are, your emotion. Personally, you have to develop yourself, and you have to as well develop your competence, your skills, your management skills, your leadership skills, your technicity on different subjects. Like for example, when I started, it was digital marketing. Now I was doing a gaming company, so it was way different. It's totally something that you need to be another person.
How about the notion of failing?
Oh, failing, that's what I love. I love failing because it's where you learn the most, and it's where it's the process of success for me. As I say, it was out of camera, off camera. When I started, when I was younger, I was afraid of anything. I was afraid to do like little things, and it's something that built me. By just doing it because I was afraid of it, I started to do it and do it and do it again. And sometimes I was failing, and I kept doing it. And I was bad, then I get better, and then I get an expert at the end, you know. So in certain way, for me, failing is the best way to learn. It's the best way. The thing is, for example, we are French, and the thing is, when you are French, there is a thing in our community, in society, that when you fail, people point you and say, "Oh, you fail, you are a failure." And so when people got that, your emotion, "Oh, I'm a loser," it's good. You can be a loser. You don't care. Now there is a lot of people. I was a loser when I was younger. I was scared. Now people ask me for help, asking me for, you know, it's just you just need to grow. So by failing, you grow bigger and stronger and smarter.
It's mostly a startup kind of logic. Actually, it's a startup advisors kind of logic to say you're going to fail anyway, so do it quick.
Yeah.
Just fail now. Do it with the cheap cost, lean management kind of logic. Do it now. You're going to fail anyway. So learn from it, right?
Definitely. After less you fail, I mean, in the process, less you fail. If you learn from your mistakes and you implement different things, and you have, for example, mentors, and you can fail less than others and grow faster, that's good too. But in any case, you will be failing. There will be problematic things coming into your way, personal and professional, and in this case, you will need to evolve.
How did you work on your own mindset? Did you have to put any routines into place? Did you have to watch, is it podcasts, movies, TV shows, or reading books, or listening to something?
Life is hard, so it's learning from the hard way. It's more like I'm doing stupid things. For example, 3 years ago, I was just working hard, 14 hours in front of a computer. And when I was finished, after 14 hours, I was playing games to relax. But it wasn't relaxing. I should do exercise. I should eat well, sleep well and everything. Take care of my vehicle. Your body is your vehicle. And if your body is in bad shape, your company is gonna be in bad shape. And so it's life is hard, as I say. So kicked me a few times in the head, very hard, and I had to implement things in my life so I can be better and think differently and evolve. So mostly reading, trying to know me as well as a person. So I did, for example, a neuropsychologic test to see, because I thought I was I had dyslexia, but I have ADHD. I've got like a
High potential.
high potential, for example, and I didn't know what it is. So you have when you are high potential, you are more hypersensible. The hypersensibility. So
Yeah, because it means you can. So the high potential means there is so much things that you could do because you see things differently. But the reason why you see them differently is because you have that sensibility that other people don't have, and you're not aware of it. People don't know, so they find that somehow you're weird, and it becomes like it turns to a bad circle. When in the end, it should be treated as this is the way you are, and this is a talent. Just use it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so agree with you. It's just I was 30 years old and I didn't know myself, and so at 30 years old I start to learn how I can control myself, my emotion, understand who I am truly inside. You know. That was a really good journey because it was in the negativity that I find the positivity, and I start to relate on things that you know when things happen, it's not for nothing. It's to learn from your mistakes and make sure that everything that you've done it's gonna gonna make you a better self, you know, and that's helped me a lot after because, for example, I can see that, for example, my girlfriend, in the daily basis, she's got some problematic, and she's gonna be like, this is crazy. It's a small thing. It's a small thing. But the thing is, when you're an entrepreneur, you are dealing with so much shit every time. And you have people that complains, and you have an employee that is not showing off, and you have this thing, and you are like always in your, you are out of your comfort zone all the time. So you are living in non-comfort. So it's easy for you. Every single decision you made, it can affect your company. So,
isn't there something about taking the business journey as a game, as a play, something, in the sense that if you're just going to work to take it as it's work, it's boring, it's work, it's work, it's boring, it's work, then the logic of it doesn't grow, right? Whereas if you say, today is cool, I'm going to do new stuff, by the end of the week I'll have done this and that, so I'm upping my game progressively, and when you look back, you started there and you end up here, but that's just the way you've been picturing it in your own mind that's making a difference, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I saw something like that so you've been doing podcasts for quite a while, and one of the first time we talked together, you were using this one. And I was very surprised because you took it and you started taking that voice, you know.
Yeah, I can take a voice like this.
And so you took that kind of mic voice, and then you said, "Can you introduce yourself?" And that way you made it made me laugh. So I was like, "No, right now I can't introduce myself." And then we were listening with the headset at that precise moment on the recording. And I said, "Did you realize that when you're taking a special voice to talk on the mic?" And he said, "No." "What do you mean?" So then you listen and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's true. That's actually not the same voice."
Yeah.
And the difference was like one was a game and the other one was now we stop playing and we go back to normal. And the voice that was the game was actually the fun one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's definitely. And now you say, and maybe I'm gonna do this voice, you know. And now it's funny because you know I always been like this as well. It's just for me, life is a big game, and you just need to be yourself and authentic to just enjoy. You know, we could talk about many things, but for me, you know, I get a lot of when I was younger, a lot of people were a lot of discrimination because I was fat, I was thin, and at some point I was always like sad, you know, because you have like repeatedly these same things, and you get bullied for this. And at some point, when I was younger, I started to grow up very fast, and I was 180, and I was like slim, and I was with a lot of confidence and everything. And all the people that were pointing me, they start to get fat, you know. But I didn't bully them back, you know. I wasn't doing the same thing that they did to me, because I was smarter than them for sure, and I don't want them to have this bad and sad feeling that I had when I was younger. And that I think as well made me what I am right now, because I had this difficulty with people. I was always good with people. Like, I mean, when I was younger, I had so much friends and everything. I'm a hyper social guy. But the thing is, the fact I was the fatty, you know. I was the one. You are the big guy. You are the big guy. And the thing is, when you are young, it's hard to take it. But now I don't care. I don't care. You can say whatever you say. You can, like, for example, you watch this Scale Up, you say, oh, this guy, I don't care. I live my life and I enjoy every moment. And especially people that do that, I love you. I love you, because I'm pretty sure you are sad in your life and you have something that is not going well, and you put all the emotions on others, and you will need to just say, okay, I realize that I'm doing shit. I have to take care of myself. I have to take care of what I am doing, and the situation I am in right now, it's my fault and not the fault of others.
But it's a difficult topic though, because the emotions are what we have. We have them.
Yeah, true.
You say something, someone gets pissed off. They want to react. The way they react, you don't like it, you react too, right? It's an email, it's the dog barking, it's whatever. And the emotion is our way to react to it. So being able to detach your emotions from the rest takes a lot of work.
Definitely. There is a good example. I was reading a book the other day, and for example, it's 5 p.m. and it's 4:50 in the afternoon, and you need to go to the post office. It's closing at 5 p.m. and you need to send a letter. This is super important. If you don't send it today, you're gonna have a problem, because the letter won't be delivered that time. And you go into this post office, and there is a lady waiting there, and there is a couple of people just in front of you. You can have many different ways to do it. Go in, start to yell to get faster to the lady. The lady, the fact that you are aggressive and doing things, and she's gonna be pissed off, and she's gonna do the things the wrong way. Maybe she can fuck up as well, because she's under pressure. Or you have the way you wait, and when you arrive in front of the lady, maybe it's gonna be 5, but she will still say, I'm gonna serve you. Big smile, and maybe say to her a compliment. Oh, I love your accent. Where are you from? Oh, you from Guadeloupe. Oh, that's sweet. I've never been there, but I look the pictures. That's paradise. I would like to go there. And so you will implement. You will just made it a good time for her, and she will leave the post office with the smile, being like she finished with the last customer, and she is gonna do the right job for you, because you had a good interaction with her. Yeah. And that's gonna be 2 different ways to interact. One, she will be frustrated, she will have a bad day, and maybe she will talk about it at home, saying that I had a bad customer, the last one was a hassle, it was just a nightmare. And the other one is, I had a customer that liked my accent, and he was so cute with me.
Yeah, and that's the takeaway.
And takes nothing for you. It's just changing your way to apprehend situation.
It's the art of making sure people leave the situation with a good takeaway.
Yeah, and I'm more this way always. I choose this way.
All right.
And when sometimes happen, I can be really like angry and aggressive, but at some point it's the last way, I would say there is no other way to do it, because I try the first, and they are not answering to me, But it's very, very rare, because usually people, if you are nice with them, they are nice with you.
So we've been talking about quite a few things on the personal side, on the business side, on the mindset side. If you are one of the viewers right now, what would be your takeaway on all this?
Takeaway? What do you mean exactly? Just
exactly what you were talking about? That lady, she's at the post office. She's living the thing, saying that guy was cute. Okay. So the people who are going to look at that show, when they have all these things we've been talking about, marketing, sales, how to scale, how to build, then sell, and how to upgrade your mindset, how to learn how to be a different guy, how to cope with life is hard and shit happens, deal with it. What's the takeaway of it?
For me, it's more like, it's just live your life, make mistakes, just dream big. It's maybe hard sometimes for people to think that they are able to do it. Like, for example, I have a lot of trust in myself. I know that I will be successful since I am 12 years old. It's like a vision of myself since I'm 12. I say, I will be successful. It's like visualization. Since I'm 12, I'm doing things. I read books, and sometimes I'm like, what? It's crazy. I'm doing these things since I'm a young boy, And you have to trust yourself. You have to get the life that you deserve and you want, because it's short. And the thing is, I learned the hard way because I lost friends. But you have one life, and do whatever you like, and everything is possible. It's all the sentence I say just in this couple of minutes is just like motivation and mindset and all people that are saying that, but it's so true. It's so true. You have just one life, and it's short. And if you start to regret in a couple of years that I should have done that, or I've got some friends, they say, oh, Max, you are lucky. I'm not fucking lucky. I just put the things in front of me and I take the chance. It's just the courage of saying that I want this and I will do everything to do it. Same in you can have the best ideas, but if you don't take action and put it in the effort to these ideas come through, it's not gonna happen. It's
just an idea.
It's just an idea. And most of the people have ideas, but they don't take action. So take action and just do it. You won't regret. Or if you fail, it's okay. You don't care. You're gonna learn something from it, and maybe you will learn from it, and other things will come, and you will find the way something you like, and start to do another thing, and that's the way.
So the takeaway is, if you want to scale something, start with starting it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Simple, but that's the basic. Start it, get shit done.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
See you guys next time on the next episode. And don't forget to like, comment, and all the usual stuff. See you next time.
Cheers.